If these dickhead showrunners weren't interested in a Lord of the Rings prequel and wanted to create a, quote, blank canvas, why is the official title Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, and why didn't they just create a goddamn original story? Hello, this is Mara Jade, and I'm back with another video, and yes, I do realize those questions are rhetorical, so let's just dive right into this more ridiculousness stemming from the Rings of Power. How anyone still believes they are adapting the Silmarillion is beyond me, pretty much. But anyway, let's just dive right into this. The forging of the fabled rings isn't the only origin story at the center of Prime Video's upcoming The Rings of Power series. Again, I am not fucking associated this travesty with Lord of the Rings. It's just Rings of Power. Premiering September 2nd, which is a slap in the face to Tolkien fans. The prequel series is co-created... Okay, they don't want it to be a prequel, but you're calling it a prequel series. So what fucking is it? It's co-created by showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, fuck you both, using appendices and footnotes from J.R. Tolkien's fantasy novels to focus on a fresh story in Middle-earth set thousands of years before the events of The Lord of the Rings. Yes, because as been revealed numerous fucking times, they have no rights at all to the Silmarillion, unfinished tales, what have you, that would encapsulate the genuine, actual, fucking history of the Second Age, where they are setting this series. They have no rights to it. They have no fucking rights to it. All they have the rights to are the appendices and footnotes, and what can you glean from the... How can you get 5 fucking seasons from just appendices and footnotes is beyond me without butchering the lore. And we're already seeing that. With adding new characters, non-canonical, in Tolkien's mythos. The in-name only portrayals of Galadriel and Elrond and Celebrimbor. As well as the butchering of backstories for existing characters as well, such as Isildur. All fucking characters, mind you, whose stories directly fucking impact events in the Third Age, which is when the Lord of the Rings takes place. So how can you have a fucking series that you don't want it to be a prequel of sorts to the Lord of the Rings, when in fact anybody who knows the history of the Second Age knows that there are tales within that time period that directly influence events in the Third Age? Jesus Christ. We were not interested in doing a show about the younger version of the same world you knew. Then why fucking call it Lord of the Rings? Why fucking call it Lord of the Rings? It's Middle-earth. It's supposed to be the world we know, but you don't want it to be the world we know. Where it's a little bit of a prequel, McKay told Entertainment Weekly in a cover story. We wanted to go way, way, way back and find a story that could exist on its own 2 feet. Write a fucking original story. I know I asked this at the beginning of the video, and I know it's a rhetorical question because, like Tolkien said, evil can't create. They can't create at all. And we're seeing this right fucking here. Because if they could, they would create their own fucking story. Own damn series. But they need a vehicle to infiltrate, to leech off of, like little fucking parasites that they are. And they're doing so with Middle-earth, with Tolkien, with Lord of the Rings. Because they know there is a fan base right there. And they are going to very quickly fucking realize it is the wrong fan base to mess with. This was one that we felt hadn't been told on the level and the scale and with the depth that we felt it deserved. Okay, has been told. Silmarillion, unfinished tales. It's already been fucking told. Co-showrunner Payne added, it was one place that we were just laser focused on saying, we need to get this right. Really? Fucking really? It's never been seen before. People have some ideas of what elves look like, or what dwarves look like, and what those kingdoms might look like. The reason why we have those damn ideas, you fuckheads, is because Tolkien described them as such. So it's not just us picturing in our heads what we think elves look like, or dwarves look like, and so forth. We're going off of, explicitly, how Tolkien created his world. But Numenor was in some ways a blank canvas. No. Amazon purchased the rights to a 50-hour show for the adaptation, which is set for at least a 5-season run on streamer Prime Video. I hope it fucking crashes and burns after the first season. I want it to be the biggest financial fucking loss Jeff Bezos experiences with Amazon. That's just not my own personal, humble opinion. But it says, adaptation. You only have the rights to the appendices and the footnotes, so it's not an adaptation at all. It's a butchering. They knew from the beginning that was the size of the canvas. This was a big story with a clear beginning, middle, and end. Payne previously told Empire Magazine, there are things in the first season that don't pay off until season 5. We even know what our final shot of the last episode is going to be. Who fucking cares? Because it's not the Middle Earth we know. So why should we care? He added, it was like Tolkien put some stars in the sky and let us make out the constellations. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's not like Tolkien's just laying a little, groundwork or whatever and just letting it up to, readers to determine what it is or what isn't within the scope of Middle-earth and its realms. No. He clearly fucking laid out everything just about within Middle-earth. Even though he died before the Silmarillion was finished and his sons had to complete it, he clearly laid out in his notes and so forth. He was the consummate perfectionist. Alright? So much so that his publishers were just beside themselves wanting him to finish the Lord of the Rings books because he kept going back and reworking things he did not like and so forth. He was that laser focused, because you like to use that fucking terminology, on detail. So he wasn't just laying out some stars for you assholes to provide constellations for. But then again, why am I surprised? Because you're the same assholes that wanted to come up with the novel Tolkien never wrote. According to your fucking quotes from the Vanity Fair article. We're doing what Tolkien wanted. Really? Really? He's spinning in his grave right now. As long as we felt like every invention of ours was true to its essence, we knew we were on the right track. How about true to his lore, you fuckheads? Fellow showrunner McKay called the Rings of Power the result of being stewards to the source material. No, the only stewards to the source material, and I'm very, very, very apprehensive ever since the passing of Christopher Tolkien, is the Tolkien estate. They're the fucking stewards of the lore, but yet, we're seeing what Amazon is doing with Lord of the Rings, so we know they're not fucking stewards anymore. Christopher Tolkien was the last genuine steward of his father's legacy, so you're not fucking stewards, you're butchers. You're leeches. You're parasites. The pressure would drive us insane if we didn't feel like there was a story here that didn't come from us. It's supposed to come from Tolkien, not you! It comes from a bigger place, McKay said. We trust those ideas so deeply because they're not ours. We're custodians at best. No, you're not. Christopher Tolkien was a custodian. And rest in peace. Now we're going to see the Tolkien estate's downfall. Prime Video's The Rings of Power captures the start of the Second Age and follows the forging of the titular rings, the rise of the Dark Lord Sauron, the epic tale of Numenor, and the last alliance of elves and men, which we saw at the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring. And who was leading the army? On the elf side? Not Galadriel. Elrond was. Elrond was. As well as Gil-galad. Not fucking Galadriel. But yet you're turning into her into the elven warrior princess. The series stars Charles Edwards, Will Fletcher, Emily Child Villiers, blah, 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 and newcomer Bo Cassidy among the assembled cast. I don't fucking care. And The Lord of the Rings isn't the only fantasy IP getting a facelift. Oscar-winning writer-director Taika Waititi is moving away from known characters in Star Wars with his upcoming Disney film. Okay, I don't care about this. Star Wars is pretty much dead in my opinion. I don't care if they bring Waititi in. Whatever. Bring his brand in. I don't fucking care at this point. But anyway, what are your thoughts down in the comments below? Are you going to watch the series? Are you not going to watch the series? If you are, why? If you aren't, why? Give me all that down in the comments. I'm going to, fingers crossed, I'm going to test out the new Xbox controller I got with my PC to make sure it works with the games I have on my PC, so that way tonight I can return, finally, to Twitch. My Twitch is Jade_Fire, so come check it out. I'll likely just play Aliens Fireteam because it's kind of a maiden voyage back to Twitch to make sure that the settings are correct and everything, just to make sure that everything it goes well and so forth. So when I do basically the back to the original schedule that I had, everything just runs as smoothly as possible. So again, like, share, subscribe. Let me know everything about your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Share on social media if you will, please. This is Mario Jade. Catch you on the dark side. And I hope this goes down in flames in the fires of Mount Doom.